Hey, welcome along to another episode of Behind the Bar podcast. I am your host, Ross Thompson. Alongside my wife, Sarah, we run 3 gyms across the northeast of England in Durham, Sunderland and Consett, and also our global online program, the Barbell Club, where we can take you from complete beginner to photo shoot level results. We've coached over 3,000 people to date and taking loads of them to photo shoot levels. It's insane what we bring out to everybody, making weightlifting for all. So on today's episode, we have one of our clients, Vic Barker. Vic is 43, a very busy mum of 2, runs her own business, and she talks the process of how she has completely not only transformed her physique, but her mental state of happiness in life, the 30 kilos she's dropped, the next photo shoot, what she's doing, and she is a true inspiration. And if you are a busy mom listening to this is how Vic has made everything fit into her life. She has made it a priority, even over sacrificing building our business to make health and fitness part of her lifestyle, and the inspiration she is to her kids. She is like a little golden goose to me of how when she did lose the weight, she maintained it so well throughout the year, and then has done like another cut and preparing for another photo shoot in a villa in Marbella. And yeah, she is a very, very true inspiration. Always happy, and when I say true inspiration, she's a true inspiration to our clients, everyone she speaks to. And I mean, from going like just wanting to do one single bodyweight chin up to actually to be able to do 4 sets of 10. And yeah, she's such an incredible woman, and please just listen to this all the way through. Be inspired from Vic's story, and if she can do it, you can too. So enjoy. Let's do it. Who is Vic?
Vicky's mum.
Yeah.
Vic is 43, driving instructor, wife, gym goer now. Yeah.
Going now. Right then, I'm just going to go straight into these questions. So what was the moment or realization that made you say, enough is enough, I'm doing this?
Probably when my mum and dad moved away to Spain, which was May 2023, it hit hard. So I was already in the gym then. So I started in the January 23, and I was back into the swing of things, and I was doing the 4 sessions, but that was all I was doing. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't getting my steps in. I wasn't tracking properly. And the May came round, they moved to Spain. I took a month off gym because it really hit hard, and I was like, oh my God, I feel like I've been abandoned. I felt like an orphan at 40-odd-year-old. But then we met up with them in Portugal in the June. We had a really good time. Came back to gym at the end of the June, and then I went over and saw them for the full month in August. In that August, we had the best time. But when I think it might have even been before I went in the August, I messaged Sarah to say, because you must have put the shred dates out for the September start. Yeah. And I was like, I really want to do it, but I don't want anyone to know I'm doing it, because the thought of failing and everybody knowing that you'd failed was massive. Yeah. So I messaged Sarah saying, can I do it, but will you not put my name on the board? She was like, no. You either do it or you don't. I was like, oh, bugger, I've committed now. So I had the conversation with Stu. I was like, right, I really want to do it. He said, you've got it in you to do it. He goes, there's only you holding you back. So came back from my holidays in the September, started the shred, I think the 9th of September, something like that. And literally just, it went from I can't to I'm doing, and I can. And it was just as quick as that, from not wanting anyone to know I was doing it because I didn't want people to see me fail, to going to the point where I was like, oh my God, I'm doing 15,000 steps a day. From like, oh, I can't do my 10,000, I'm a driving instructor, I can't get my steps in, to yes, you can, and yes, you are, and now you're doing it. And the numbers on the scales were just going boop, 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 boop. I was like, this is brilliant. I didn't know I could do this.
Yeah.
And then the results at the Christmas were like amazing. But I was thinking
20 kilos that year.
yeah. And then I thought, I'm not quite where I want to be. I'd done great.
Yeah.
And if I was in any other, maybe if I was in any other gym, I would have just stopped. But because I had that thought of, I've seen other people's pictures and they look even better. And it was that drove me to the point where I was like, I'm going to do another one. And I wanted to do the January one because I wanted my Peter Andre six-pack.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that kept me like totally focused all the way through. So yeah, that was the moment when my mum and dad moved to Spain. I went down, 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 saw how happy they were, got to the August and thought, right, sod it, I'm doing it.
Fuck it.
Exactly that.
Mint. So before you started your journey, like what were the biggest struggles or limiting beliefs you had around fitness or your body?
Probably time and organisation. And people will say it time and time again, oh, I don't have time for gym, I don't have time to do this, and I don't have time to do that. There's 24 hours in a day, and it only takes 1 hour. Like literally 1 hour. Everybody has 1 hour in a day, regardless of what they do. You've just got to manage it better. And I think when I first started here, 6 a.m. was the only time that I knew that I could 100% dedicate to me consistently.
Yeah.
Because Stu is taking another job and he works away, so he's in Europe maybe 3 times a month, which makes it go like that. But 90% of the time I'm hitting that 6 a.m. session. If I don't hit the 6 a.m. I come in and beg for a 9 a.m. slot. But it was just the case of I didn't think I had the time before, and it's not that I didn't have the time because I've always got up early. I was just lying about. I was just sat scrolling and
TikTok.
Love a bit of TikTok, especially when I'm on my walking pad. I'm like that. But now that I walk and do it, that's fine.
Yeah,
it's when you just sat and doing it, that's where it becomes an issue of you just wasting time. So now time is precious, and time is something that we kind of like schedule out every day and think, right, who's on kids drop off, who's on kids pick up. I'm at gym at this time. Stu does CrossFit on a night time, so he's like, well, I'll go to the gym at this time, but then I'll drop back and pick such and such up from this gym. So yeah, it's just, it's got to be scheduled in.
And if you think of it like the 6 a.m. and that's across Durham, Sunderland and Consist, like the amount of, see, like where you're saying that's the only time I could carve out. Look at how many other people have to carve out at 6 a.m. And those are our busiest. It's the hardest sessions to get a hold of. So because everybody's got it.
Yeah, because they're so good. Because you're in at 6, you're out for 7, you're home. I mean, I'm home for 7:10. I've got the kids' pack lunches done. I've got the school uniforms ready. I drop Heidi off at Pittington, so she gets dropped off at 8:50. So that still gives me a good chunk of time back in the house to get other things done. So it's hard getting up at 6 a.m. Well, 5:30, especially in the winter when it's dark and cold. But then once you're in, that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
You're there then, and then because the crack's so good, it doesn't even feel like hard work. Like that's the part I love. I couldn't do it.
But you are the crack.
Yeah. That is true. That is very true.
Yeah.
I would struggle in a commercial gym because I wouldn't know anyone and I wouldn't have anyone to talk to. Then I would find someone to talk to and I'd get no work done.
Yeah, I think that the thing is, in the commercial gym, you are going by yourself, so the intention's not there. You know, you've got your other group of 5 people or whatever, like your coach is there waiting for you. And it's just like you're paying to make sure that you're there. Like, you've only got that slot. Do you know what I mean? You're paying for that, and you're paying for the same people who's going to be like, if you miss a day, where the fuck were you yesterday?
Exactly. And that's what you get on the WhatsApp group. And if you're not in, they'll let you know, so you missed leg day again. And it's like, it's brutal in here. But you need that brutalness to get you out of bed on the morning. So, yeah.
Mint. How did being a mum play into your decision to take control of your health?
So, both my kids do competitive gymnastics, tumbling, cheerleading. They're good, they're really good, they're organised, they're disciplined. And from a young age, it's been one of those things where if it's not in your bag on a morning, I'm not coming home for it. So they are really, really disciplined that way. And it was one of those, like, I've done that. I've made that decision to say, right, you pack your bag, you know where you're at tonight, you know what you need. And I was thinking, I'm telling these to do all of this, and he's me just sat bloody scrolling on my phone on the morning. And it was the one where I was thinking, I'm telling them what to do, but I'm not giving them a good example of what I'm doing, because I wasn't doing anything and I wasn't looking after myself. And it was to the point where I was like, oh, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because I don't feel like being on show kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be that mom kind of thing. So it got to the point where I was thinking, I need to show them a good example. And now, honestly, they're just proud as punch. Like, they couldn't be prouder. Like, Mum shows you guns. I'm like, all right then. But yeah, it was, and it's the kind of thing where on a night time, so they pack their bags for gym the next day, I chuck my gym kit on the landing, and they're like, Mum, have you got your gym kit out for tomorrow? I'm like, oh no, I forgot to put my gym kit out, and then I'll go and do it, because we're constantly reminding each other that what we've got on the next day. And it's the kind of, it's the discipline that I want to see in them, and the schedule, so that they know what they're doing, so they're not relying on somebody else to tell them. And I'm hoping that that's what I'm showing them now, that nobody else is going to tell you to do it. You've got to get up off your own back and show you a good example to other mums, really, because anyone can, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I'm not a special case or anything like that, but if you put your mind to it, even with kids, it's available for you.
So you've went from do as I say, not as I do, to a monkey say, monkey do.
Absolutely. Yeah. I am the monkey.
Even though they were the monkeys.
So I followed their example.
Yeah.
And then hopefully now we're all showing other people or other members of the family that we can all do it.
The fit family.
The fit family.
Fucking, well, like, what else would you, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's like what you strive to be. It's not the show-off family, the lazy family, the we eat out all the time family, do you know what I mean? It's like, above everything else, like...
We can do this. So now on a night time, we have bloody press-up competitions. Who doesn't do that? Like, Harriet the other night, she was lying on the floor, she was like, Mum, do you think you could do a press-up with me on your back? I was like, of course I could. I was like... I did Heidi, though. Heidi was all right.
Yeah. We just fight on a night. We've got 3 boys. We've got like a nice comfy rug on the sitting room floor. And it's literally, as soon as someone lies down on that, it's like all game. Like 3 of them, like if Dexter's on the floor, Castor jumps on him, and then Jake will jump on the pair of them. If I'm on the floor, that's it. All 3 of them are on us. Good
family fun.
You've got girls, I've got boys, so it's probably a different... Piss on the floor for us. So what impact has your transformation had on your daughters? What have they said or noticed? Apart from the guns there.
Oh, it's been huge, but we've kind of like even changed the language that we use. So before, everyone was like, oh, I just want to be skinny. I want to be always like little and blah, blah, blah. And now it's like, oh, I just want to be strong. They're not using skinny anymore. They just want to be strong. Like, Harriet's going away to Florida in 3 weeks' time for cheerleading, and she's like, Mum, look at my 6-pack. Mum, look at my guns. Have you seen the muscles in my back? I'm like, that's mint. That's what you want. You don't want to be like frail, like waif-like. I would say use the word lean or athletic or strong, but skinny's not a word that we use anymore, because we went through that phase of, I just want to lose weight, and now it's to the point where I'm like, actually weight is a number, but the numbers that I'm doing in here mean more to me than the numbers on the scales. And I never thought I would get to that point, because I'm happy with where I am physically, and now I just want to get stronger. So in terms of where it's gone with the girls, all they want to do is be strong like Mum. They don't want to be skinny. They just want to be strong like Mum. So yeah.
I don't know whether it's because we're in this bubble, like I'm totally in this fitness bubble, but I don't hear the term skinny much. I don't know, like you probably speak to other mums and stuff like that. Is it still a word used as much?
I think so. I think, yeah, it's still out there. But I think, and I don't know whether it's because of the slim and jab thing. That's what people want to be skinny still. And I don't think they want the shape that comes with this.
Yeah.
I like the shape that comes with this, and I think anybody in the right mind would, but I think some just want to lose the weight and they're not bothered about what muscle they've got or what strength they've got, whereas I would rather have the strength to chuck the kids about and stuff like that, whereas if you're just skinny, you might fit into the same size clothes, but can you do the same level of activity outside of what your clothing says you are?
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I could do 3-4 hours on jabs, but so I'll have to bypass that one because I would absolutely rant about it. Oh, get out, Ross, stop it. People often think you need to be motivated all the time to get results. What kept you going on the hard days?
Hard days.
Not me in the app. Fucking fat bitch.
Probably, I would say stew.
Right.
Probably stew, because it was get to the point where I was like, oh, I've still got 10,000 steps to go. And be like, the treadmill's in the kitchen. Go and get on the treadmill. And like, I don't run on it. I walk on it and scroll TikTok.
Yeah.
But it was, yes. So, and Stu was like, you've done it before. You can do it again. It's only this long. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I know. And it was just that kind of, just another adult in the house just pushing you along and believing that you can do it, because he's seen that I've done it before and he knew I could do it again. In the early days, it was a lot, probably my own motive, and I was fairly motivated because I knew I wanted to do it. But yeah, Stu, the girls, and knowing what the end results are.
That's good. That's nice to have that in the house.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, obviously where we does CrossFit there, so it's like some people struggle, especially in relationships, like when one doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like that must be so hard.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that was me before here.
Right.
So Stu's always been active, like always. And then I started here years and years ago.
Yeah.
Had Heidi, did absolutely bot all for something like 5-6 years, whereas he's just kept constant all the way through. He's always ran. He's always ran. Sometimes he was at gym, sometimes CrossFit. He's now doing paddle and CrossFit and running. So he's always got something there. And I think a lot of the time it is the woman who then doesn't do anything and just sits at home and thinks, oh, he's gone out to gym and what am I doing? And I'm just like this on my phone, just getting bigger and bigger. And I think that's where sometimes resentment can come in, whereas there's no resentment in our house at all because we both have our thing. His is on a night time, mine's on a morning, the kids is on a night time, which is why I do mine first thing so that they've got time to do theirs like later on. Plus I am a morning person, I would struggle on a night. I'm in bed by 8:30.
Yeah, shit on the night.
It's just, I wouldn't feel strong. I'd be like, oh, I'm only weak like a kitten tonight, Matty. You can't make us do anything heavy tonight.
No, I like that. I mean, even I feel like me, so probably use it's like you've got this understanding of like I'm going to the gym and like they'll support you. Yep, go for it. Where some people would be like, oh well, we've got this and this and this and this, and then they like bring them back. But even me with Sarah, it's like say if I've missed one, so it's like say Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. I still feel a little bit guilty, and I'll still ask. I say, is that if I go to the gym? But she's 100%. She's like, yep, go for it. Do you know what I mean? But for some strange reason, I still ask. But we do have that like thing of where like, the gym is like the important time, and I wish more people could understand that. But I suppose you only do that if you're actually on a journey yourself, isn't it?
I mean, he's also gone golf as well, and golf's the one where he'll always say, "I'm going to go and play golf on this day. Is that all right?" Because it takes such a long time, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll sort that. We'll do that and that and." we'll sort the kids out that way. So that's always planned in well in advance. But then if that's one thing that you've got to plan in, how many people go out for like nights out, or I'm going out on the drink with the lads this Saturday afternoon?
days, sometimes, yeah.
And we don't have that. So if he's hardly a terrible husband if he's just planning in a game of golf in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. I mean, even my mates now, like I'm 40, and it's like even my mates, every opportunity there's a stag do, a birthday away or something like that, and it's like I'll talk to them and say, I'm going to like for 3 days Malaga, 3 days Benidorm, 3 days, and it's all across the year. And it's like I haven't family holidays. Is it just like this lads all the way? And it's like that, but I suppose that's them, innit?
It is. He did his 4 days in Marbella with golf, and then I've obviously got my 4 days in Marbella with Jim. So it works out well across the year. Then we've got Florida together. We've got going over to see my mum and dad together. So we tend to do one each separate, and then a couple of family ones as well, because I think it's nice to be able to do it like that.
I would say you're not going away to a party or anything, but you're going to be pissed.
I am, yeah. You're right.
So you've done multiple shreds and maintained your results, which I was like absolutely buzzing with last year, like where you obviously did drop the 20 kilos, then another 10 kilos, and then we came back from the shred. And then from that time period to this one round, like you've maintained really well. So like you've done multiple shreds and maintained your results. What mindset shift helped you stay consistent after the initial transformation?
Probably the progress photos. And looking back into the
one what you got printed large?
Oh my gosh, that one is still in the house. I'm getting another one done. I'm getting a back one this time.
Good.
So those ones, but more the before ones, more the very early ones, like from first start on. And I was thinking, I never want to go back there. I've still kept clothes from then,
right?
So that I can look at them and say, nah, you're not going back there. And because it feels like so long ago, like January 2023, it feels like I'm not that person anymore. So why would I want to put all that weight back on to be where I was when I wasn't at my happiest? Whereas now it's like I'm actually happy where I am. Like I love my life. Why would I not? Why would I want to fall back into old habits that I was unhappy in when I'm actually doing mint as I am? So I'll still have, obviously not one shreds on, but I'll still have wine every now and again. We tend to eat a lot better without even thinking about it. So I live on the chicken scallops with sweet chilli sauce from Tesco's, and they're literally like 6 minutes in the pan like that. And then I just chuck a bag of salad in, and if I'm not on shred, I'll have extra potatoes with them, but if I am, I'll have like half the potatoes, still with all the salad, still with all the chicken, and it's just easy for me. It's not, I don't think of, I'm going to have like a ready-made lasagna or something like that, because I just think it's not, the taste isn't worth the carbs and the calories in it.
Yeah.
The taste isn't worth the calories that you get. We'll still go out for food, but we're not ones that go out every single week for food. We're not big takeaway people, but we never have been, but we'll still have Indians on an odd occasion. It's like things like that where we eat better 80% of the time. And I think if you can maintain that, then you've set yourself for a good way of life.
So it's probably went from restarting, I would say. So it's like you probably had a 60-40 life, and then it's went to a 70-30. It's probably a 90-10 now. Without even thinking about it.
Because my steps, apart from when I had my bad back,
you got issues,
my steps just went out the window then because it was painful. But apart from that, I've tried to keep to between the 10 and 12,000 a day. On shred, I've hit 15. I think probably 98% of the shred time I've hit the 15.
Also, you're not allowed your photos.
I'm not allowed photos, that's okay. I'll be in the background like this.
I'll
be oil girl. But I think it was when we were travelling, we've been to Cardiff for gymnastics, 5.5 hours in the car. On the back of that, a little bit harder. But then the week after, I'd gone 16,000 a day just to make up for that. But I think it's just different now, and it's a good different. it's a maintainable different.
It's mad how you've been, like, because I see that as quite a short transformation, what you did. So it was like a year and a bit to get down to 30 kilos. Because I see so many people go back over in the habits so fast.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be like years, and you've done it in that amount of time and actually kept it off straight away. Because, I mean, you'll see some people yourself who's done shreds in here, and then they just balloon back up, and they haven't implemented them habits of what they've learned. And I mean, it is hats off to you. Like, you've been one of my favourite students within that time to be able to maintain so well because 30 kilos is a big fucking chunk of weight.
Yeah.
And to be able to drop that and not say, go back up, say 20 kilos.
Oh yeah,
do you know what I mean?
That would be a lot.
Well, it would be.
Yeah.
And I mean, what did we probably go back up after shoot day? Maybe 10 max, was it?
Pounds.
Kilos. And I'm talking from dry weight day on the shoot of last year.
Last year. Up. No, I stayed around 140 pounds. So I was 132 on shoot day.
Yeah.
I went up to about 140 right up until probably the August, and then I had holidays.
Yeah.
My back went off, and I think I went up to 152.
Yeah.
But that was 20. Christmas.
Yeah, so 20, so yeah, 10 kilos.
10 kilos between,
nine,
between May and Christmas, and then that's just, I think that's coming back off. I think that I'm back to 135.
135, yeah.
Which is what I thought I would hit this time around.
So that's perfect. It's like because you're always gonna put someone after a shoot. Do you know what I mean? But that in itself is maintained well. It's like you and Jennifer, obviously, our coaches both on the app, and like you are like me little. I love just checking in with you. It's like easy.
They're done.
Yeah, it's like
tick.
Just to Jennifer, it's like well done. That's it each week. Like, yep, I cannot say much else. So 30 kilos down, 10 chin-ups, visible abs. Did you ever imagine this version of you was possible?
No, never. When I first started, I only ever wanted to do one pull-up, like just one. If I could do one, I was thinking I've made it, because I'm sure I've seen a TikTok where it says most women can't do one pull-up.
Not at all, yeah.
And I'm thinking, if I can just get one, I'm not most women. I'm like up there. And then when I got 4 sets of 10 on Thursday, and then my last set was 6. And then Matty said, we're going to get you onto the weighted belt next week. I was like, no way. I was like, oh my God, I'm elite. I'm up there because I can't think. Like, when I first started and I was looking at them, I was like, how do you do it? How do you pull up?
Took 2 of us to pick you up, didn't it?
Yeah. Like, how do you pick up your own, like, body weight? And there I am, just doing, like, 10 at a time.
Yeah.
Like, I never, ever thought I would be able to do it. Ever.
And this is, I'll always explain, especially to females when they first start, it's like, you think of your body weight now and your strength now.
Yeah.
It's like, if you keep going, you keep losing weight, you keep gaining your strength, that's when you'll be able to do it. And that's what it is, because it's a body weight exercise. So you could never have picked. Well, I'll tell you what, that'd be an interesting one.
Oh, if I
you
put
actually
30
strapped
kilos
30
on.
kilos to yourself.
Yeah.
Because we've got the belts. Oh, we might do that today, just make you run around. This is Fat Vic.
That's what the kids call me. I was trying some clothes on this morning, and it was just like a vest top. And Harriet goes, is that when you were Fat Vic? Yeah. I was like, yes, Harriet, sorry about that.
The kids won't even remember you looking like that.
I know, the kids are brutal.
Good, they should be. But they're honest though.
Yeah, they're very honest.
That's the thing. I mean, Caster's like, where's your hair gone? But to me.
Rude.
Yeah, I know. What's been your proudest moment physically, like outside of the photo shoots?
Outside of the photo shoots. And I don't think I've told anybody this. We had I think it might have been a gym competition, and we went for Sunday lunch afterwards, and it was just before the first shoot, and I'd had just like a greeny coloured army colour vest on, like a tight vest, pair of cargo pants, trainers, and we were in this pub, and this bloke turned to his mate at the bar and he goes, have you seen the arms on her? And I was like, oh, that's me they're talking about. I was like, yeah. And I thought, that's meant that. I want people to say things like that. I don't want people to say, oh, look at her bum or look at her boobs or anything like that. I want people to say, look at the arms on her. She's strapping.
Yeah, that's brilliant, that, because, like, thing is, I mean, tits and arse, the natural. Like, you get them naturally, do you know what I mean?
You get them or you don't.
Yeah, you get them or you don't.
And it's a one of them.
And you earned them.
I earned the girls.
You did?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's meant that. Because, like, yeah, Sarah's the same.
Yeah.
Like, she'd want, if she heard, like, a bloke or women or whatever, with how hench she is.
Yeah.
She'd be like that, like a peacock.
Yeah. Get in.
But that's good. Like, I mean, on the podcast yesterday, actually, me and Sarah were talking about, like, strong and the empowerment of it and stuff like that. And, like, that is, like, did you hold your pint?
Of water, yeah.
Of water.
Because I was still on tread.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Brilliant. Beyond the physical changes, how has this journey changed how you show up in your day-to-day life as a woman, a mum, and a business owner?
Organised, really organised. Like, so me and Stu go through our diaries the week before. We plan who's doing what. Food shop. You're a fan of the food shop. Click and collect every Saturday.
I've started to go to delivery now.
Oh my God, you've got more money than me. So click and collect, it's all there, it's all in my favourites. I know what I'm getting, I know what meals we're doing, I know what the kids are having, I know what I'm having, I know what Stu needs for whatever. Work-wise, I keep to 3 lessons a day, and people will be like, that's not very much. I don't need to pad my day out so that I'm goosed and that I'm stuck in the car all day. 3 lessons a day sees me be able to drop the kids off at school, pick them up on a night time and take them to gym. It allows me to come here. It's the organisational factor, and it's making sure that you've got that schedule in place so that I can do this.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have that sorted out, then this would go, and I don't want this to go. So if I can keep everything regimented, it works. I've got a big wall planner as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
So we mean so
Love
both
that.
got one. I love it. My full year, like at the start of the year, I filled it out.
Got all the holidays in.
Yeah,
I even had my water week in. I was like, Vic, water week.
Yeah. Even this podcast was on.
Everything.
Shit, I've had something on that. What were you saying there? Some of the stuff in that bit there? Just remind us.
Click and collect online
Click
shop.
and collect, that's the one, yeah. Like, people so underestimate it.
They do.
And it's like, it's such an easy thing to get into, because then that is like, if you do that and you don't keep buying shite, that's the thing. Like, you have got that, you go to your favourites, that's it. You scan down them, bip, bip, and that's it. It's so easy.
Yeah, it is. It's the best thing, and it saves you a fortune. I can come out of here on a morning and I'll say, oh, I just need to nip to Tesco's for something. I'm 30 quid lighter by the time I get home, and I've only getting stuff for breakfast, and I'm thinking, what if I spent that? Oh yeah, I got this, and oh yeah, I got that. And you think, but I didn't need them.
And you see the 3 for 2s, I might as well buy that.
Yeah. So I'm a big one for the click and collect.
And with your business there, like where you're saying you only do 3 lessons a day, I mean, you're choosing not to chase the money.
Yeah.
You're choosing a balanced life instead of like to buy Marks and Spencer's instead of Tesco's.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
I
mean?
mean, you can see driving instructors out 7, 8 o'clock on a night time, and
even later.
I wouldn't. I can put my hand on heart and say I give my pupils 100% of me. Like literally, they get the version that you see in here at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
They get that version. If I was still out at 6, 7 o'clock on a night time, I'd be like this. And I wouldn't be giving them the value for money that I would want to give them.
Yeah.
And if I was just like there going, it's not, I wouldn't be as popular as what I am now, because I wouldn't be giving them me.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you in your car and you're fucking waving away and then we're fucking like this.
And I'm like this.
Jumping across them.
I'm always waving at people, beeping the horn.
Don't mind me. Have there been any unexpected ways this journey has boosted your confidence or happiness, like unexpected ways?
Probably getting to know more of the people in here, because before Shred, yeah, you're in your little groups and you'll still have a little bit of chat and things like that. But when it's documented as well as what it is on socials, people who you haven't necessarily spoken to in the gym before will be like, oh, I saw your pictures, they look mint. And I was like, oh, thank you. Oh, you've done really well. And then they'll go and they'll have a little dig and they'll be like, oh, I didn't realise like you've done this from this. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I've lost 30 kilos, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, that's amazing. And especially the Carnage girls on a morning. Like I'll always talk to the Carnage girls because...
You talk to everybody.
Well, I do talk to them. And especially when you're on legs and you're on the machine in the corner and they're on wall balls or something, I'm like, oh, that looks really hard. And it's just getting to know more people, I think, and that was the unexpected, because I knew you put the pictures out there, I just didn't know they would reach as far as what they do. Yeah. And I think that's a really nice thing to come from it, because they see you at 6 a.m. slogging away, and then they also see what the results are from the end goal, really. So that I think that was the unexpected, being able to talk to more people.
Well, that's good, because like obviously our mission in the background is like the impact goal. I think you've probably heard us say it, where like your transformation helps your family, helps your kids already, but then it helps like your friends, family, and then it helps strangers, people who you're talking to here. And it's that giving them that motivational boost if they start somewhere else, if they start their own thing, whatever else. Like people don't understand like how much of an impact like just sharing your story, all the rest of the people's stories actually does. And I know I'm a social media slut, I know that, but there is reasoning behind it. And
getting to listen to other people's podcasts, like I listened to Steve and Louise's off back to back when I was sunbathing in the garden. And like you don't get to know them, and then you listen to these and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he ran ultra marathons. Like he's like so fit. And that was something that I'd never known, because I've only ever seen him in here on a Saturday with the Shred ones, because we're not in the same gym together. But when you're in the same gym, it's like you could go up and say, I didn't know you did that, or I didn't know you were doing that. So yeah, it's a good chance to get to know people better.
It is. Like I think I did one with Emily ages ago, and it was like, I've talked to her for years, I know her proper, and then like I had the conversation, I was like, fucking hell, I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like just mad, like to have that little probably time out from that to here. I mean, it does feel weird where there's nobody in. Or not?
No?
No? All right. Fucking Josh will be somewhere.
Yeah.
What would you say to the women listening who feels like she's too far gone or too busy to start?
Just start somewhere. Just start little. Like, I was the one who said I couldn't ever fit more than 10,000 steps in a day. Like I was doing 3,000 steps, but on a morning I could sit on my phone for an hour. Like even if you scroll and just march on the spot, do something, just move, even if it's just tiny bits in the house, do just that little bit more. With regards to the busyness, look at your day from the moment you open your eyes. And from the moment you open your eyes to the moment you close your eyes, you can find time in that day just to do something little. Even if it's changing from doing 5 ready meals a night to 4 ready meals a night and 1 like decent home cooked meal, it's going to make a difference. It might not happen fast if you do it really slow, but at the same time it's going to make it's going to make changes. And if you want to change yourself, you've got to make changes in what you're doing, because if you don't change what you're doing, you're going to just stay the same all the time. And I think that's the main thing that's come from mine. I've changed my activity level. Yeah. And that's it in black and white. You've changed your activity level's gone up here. And your food, it goes hand in hand with that, because I'm thinking if I'm doing all these steps, I don't want to be eating all this shit and like going nowhere. So if I eat better and do more activity, then the results are going to be better. And I think if you just do just little things, so a little bit more activity and a little bit better food, just start small, drink a little bit more water. Not me today.
It all adds up.
It does.
There's actually an exercise for that of a time diary. So basically, you write, say you wake up at 6 or whatever, you go to bed at 10, and for every hour,
Yeah.
you write in what you did for that hour.
Yeah.
And as soon as people start to do that time diary, they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, because I had to do it from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
Of like what I'm doing, like, on the business.
Did you?
Yeah. It was actually quite okay,
Yeah.
do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it was still get a notification on Facebook from somebody, and then like I'd be scrolling down the newsfeed like, what the fuck? And then it's like, right, jump out, quick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if people, like, that is me at work as well,
Yes.
so I was wasting some time there. So I understand these little triggers
Yes.
and try and jump out. That's probably why the last few days I've been walking around like we're now today, because I'm that far ahead.
I think the other thing, one of the things that you can do is take apps off your phone.
Yeah.
Like the Daily Mail app, I was addicted. I was like,
How old are you?
it's just like this. And I'm thinking, I'm scrolling and I'm reading these articles. I don't even know who these people are. I'm just like drawn in by the pictures. I'm like the kids with the adverts.
Yeah.
So took that off. Any ones with these daft game ones, things like that, just take them off. You don't need them. You've grown up.
Yeah,
Go,
I've got no
go
games
for a
on
walk.
my phones, like.
The ones that I do keep on, TikTok.
Yeah.
Insta, things like that, because I can do them while I'm walking. I never run on the treadmill, I just walk, and I can scroll and walk at the same time, so you get a bit of both.
Yeah, I think if you're doing it coupled with something else,
Yeah,
then happy days.
Yeah.
But I'll still find myself scrolling on bloody reels.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just happens in it because of the stuff what I've liked before. It draws you in.
oh, it does.
Doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
What's your algorithm? Tell us what would be
Food
like.
challenges.
Is it?
Like literally food challenges, and I can watch them eat like 100 Yorkshire puddings, and I
Yeah.
can watch them eating these massive fish and chips, and I'm going, oh my God, they're never going to finish all of that. And then they finish it, and I'm like, and then the next one comes up, and I'm just there, just drawn into them eating all of this food.
Do you see that Kyle versus Food guy?
Oh,
The
yeah?
local lad,
He's so good.
Like, I don't even follow him, and it's like every other bloody thing, but it's like, it must just,
Yeah.
I don't even like our accent, but his accent's okay, to
Yeah.
be fair. But however he's saying it, because he's not a dick to any companies,
No,
really.
no.
He's alright
Yeah,
about them. He'll say stuff shit, but like, yeah, I've ended up like
Him,
just...
there's Beard versus Food, the man with the big beard,
Okay.
and he goes all over the world, and he does these daft ones, like how many calories can he eat in a day, and he's up to like 10,000 calories, and I'm like, bruh, that's so many calories. And then he used to just see them adding up on the corner, and then you can't turn it off because you need to know how many he's finished on.
Jesus. Madness.
So that's my algorithm.
That's your algorithm. Mine's actually... so he pops up, but mine's trainers.
Yeah.
So it's trainers at shoe conventions. So basically they're like the bidding on shoes. So
Yeah.
someone's selling shoes, or someone's trying to sell them shoes, and then they're like, "Will you take this? Will you take this?" And it's always a coin flip of like, "Well, we'll give you 220 or 240. Right, let's do a coin flip," and it's just that after that after that after that.
And do you watch it until they flip the coin?
Oh yeah, I've got it. Yeah, of course. I ended up like clicking through to the full YouTube videos of the good 20 minutes of like watching people flip coins for trainers. If you could go back and speak to the version of you before all of this, what would you tell her?
Oh gosh. Should we go back to the version where I first started here?
What, are you talking 11 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
11 years ago, I would say to her, don't bloody stop, just keep
Yeah.
going. Because I was
You
in
had a baby?
I did have a baby, yeah. So I had a baby. But then, like, the baby was then 6 or 5 when I came back, so I could have come back a little bit sooner. I would probably say keep moving more. I think a lot of people stop moving when they get to being like mid-30s, and I think if you keep moving, you're doing something right. And I think there's a lot of older people who suffer with hips and knees and backs, and I think if you can keep strong, like muscular strong, even if you're just running after your kids or taking them down the park to play football, if you're doing something rather than just sitting in the house, because I think just sitting in the house with the heating on and the doors closed and the windows closed, I just don't think it's not setting you in a good health for your older age. I think you need to keep doing something. Yeah. And I wish I'd have years ago, I wish I'd have just kept doing a sport. Because I think a lot of the women fall out of sport as well.
Because you used to do...
Squash.
Squash, that's right.
Yeah, I played squash all the
Yeah.
way through, like when I probably started when I was like 7 or 8.
Because it was Ross Wilby.
Yes,
Did he
yeah,
used to,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because he used to me years ago, yeah.
So we played squash from being young all the way up until probably I was about 18. And then I think it just stops. And I think if I could give advice to my kids for when they turn like 18, I would say keep in a sport. Even if it's not tumbling or gymnastics or cheerleading, go into, what's that weightlifting called where it's more gymnastics?
Calisthenics?
Yes.
Okay.
Go into something like that. Just keep moving, even if you don't want to do like a...
No, just tell them weightlifting.
Oh, weightlifting.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I could tell them weightlifting. Yeah, but keep doing something.
Yeah.
Don't fall out of sport when you hit 18, because I think a lot of girls do. And I think my younger self definitely did. And then I tried to get back into it a couple of times, dip back in, but without any great love for it. I really did enjoy when I came back here, and we did one-to-ones, and then I went to Warriors for about a year, then ended up pregnant with Heidi, and then that's when I came back. I did Carnage once, and I was a bit like, it's not what I want, and I think it's because I'm not very good at it. Like, really, I'm better at this side.
It's hard to get, I always find it's hard to get yourself up 4 days a week for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where weights, you can come in, you've got your big rest periods.
Yeah.
It's just a move. You're not 6 in the morning having to do burpees. It's like, it's a bit of a mind fuck.
Yeah, and I think on this, especially with the boards, you can really see your progress.
Yeah.
Whereas if you, on this side, if you had like a bad night's sleep or something like this, you'd be like, oh my God, I could do this on Tuesday. And then I'd come back in on Thursday and I'm like, I can't even do it anymore. Whereas on this side, there might be a couple of days where your weight might just be the same, but then you might go up on one. And it's like, I find that a little bit easier to...
You know when you've done an extra rep.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you don't know when something's timed, you don't know if you've done an extra rep.
No.
Even though you are progressing, you're probably progressing every single time you turn up.
Definitely.
But if you can see the progression, I think that makes the big difference.
Definitely, yeah. So I would say keep into a sport.
Keep into a sport.
And keep into a sport that you really enjoy. Don't just go to the gym.
Yeah.
Because I would hate that. Like, oh, I'm going to the gym. What are you going to do? I'm just going to do like an hour on the Stairmaster.
Yeah. By myself.
By myself.
Yeah.
That's like soul destroying. That would make me not want to go.
Yeah.
And yet this, at 6 a.m, and Matty saying, grab hold of that 30 dumbbell and do goblet squats. I'm like, okay, Matty, I'll do that for you.
It's fucking bigger than you, isn't it? Well, that's what you lost.
It's like my baby.
There you go, what would you tell her? How do you feel? Oh, what did I just ask there? How do you say of yourself now? Do you feel like you've stepped into a new... Have I said that one?
No.
Oh, sorry. How do you see yourself now? Do you feel like you've stepped into a new identity?
Yes, I do.
I feel as though you have.
I feel like I have. I feel like I'm a bit more sparkly.
Not Fat Vic. Fit Vic.
I'm not Fat Vic. The kids call me Hot Mama.
Hot Mama.
I like that.
Nice.
They're like, he's Hot Mama. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I really like that. Yeah, I feel like I'm a bit more of a sparkly person now. Like I was always like...
You've always sparkled.
I've always been friendly.
I
love a glitter.
Yeah.
And I've always been the kind that I am a smiley person. I'm a very positive person, but I think when I was bigger and when I was less fit and less able, it was a little bit more like it was an effort to be like that, whereas now there's no effort involved because I wake up like this. And that sounds, I don't know whether it sounds big-headed or brash or whatever, but I do just wake up feeling great, and it's great. I love it. And I think the kids would say that as well. I'm just more fun to be around, if that makes sense. I'm not as it's not, nothing is an effort anymore. Like if I want to go and do, I don't know, take them to the shops, something like that, like go shopping with them. Before it was like, oh, do I have to? But now it's like, come on, get your stuff on, we'll go shops. And it's like, they love it. It's just better. I'm just a better version of the person that I was before, a more sparkly one. You
were like one of them dimmer lights.
Yeah.
So you were like halfway.
Yeah.
And now you just wake up with a switch.
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah. I've like, you are like, I mean, you were always positive. You were always jolly.
Yeah. Jolly. I like that. A jolly person.
But you always have been, but it's like, just everything what you're putting on your socials now is just fucking positive. And like, I don't feel as though, like where you said that is a big-headed brash or anything like that. It's like, fuck that. Like you put the graft in and like you're reaping the rewards and like, and you're living a happier life and everything's just going so well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is. And there will be the people out there that are like, oh. And you've always got your haters or your ones who will be like waiting for you to fall. Yeah. But then you've also got everybody in here who's like, oh, you've done mint, I can't believe you've done that. Like Hev said the other day, I want to be able to do a pull-up. I was like, I couldn't do a pull-up. Like I really, honestly, I couldn't do one. She was like, I want to be able to do one. I'm like, you will be able to, you really will. And I am that positive person who, even if somebody's just gone up like one of the little tiny weights, I'm like, that's mint, that is so good. I am the cheerleader in the gym on the morning, regardless of what anybody's doing, because I love seeing people do well. And I think if you like seeing people do well, it's it's good karma.
You know, 100%. And I feel as though in here, like, everybody has got each other's back. I mean, I don't know if you've got any haters or anything like that, but there'll be some old friend in the background. Do you know what I mean? There will be. It's like, here she fucking goes again. Do you know what I mean? And they will, and it's like, but it's not even like, oh, like fuck you out. It's like, if you're not doing anything positive in your life, then you're going to hate on people doing positive things, and that's just like it's a feel bad. Well, not even feel bad. It's like it's their problem.
Yeah.
Like whenever somebody hates on somebody else for being successful, it's like
it's a reflection on them.
It is, and it's quite sad. But hey, last one. What's next for you, physically or personally, now that you've created this new version of yourself? I mean, Marbella, obviously Monday.
Obviously Marbs.
By the way, this podcast is pre-recorded before we went to Marbella, so you'll see,
weighted pull-ups. I really want to get weighted pull-ups. And I think the reason that I want those is because the group that I'm in on a morning, they're machines. Like I've got Johnny, I've got Dan, I've got Steve and James who are just like flinging weights about like there's nothing, but they can't do a pull-up. Like Steve can't. He's on a band, and I'm like, I can do one with a weight on now. So it's things like that.
So Vic's in a group with 4 boys, 1 lad, aren't you? Yeah. And the 4 lads are like a strong fucking. They are the strong 6 a.m. blokes. I mean, sorry, Kieran, you're strong as well. But like them are like they're a good, strong group. I'd love to coach them. They're a nice group. So, and you're this little powerhouse.
So
keeping up with them like that.
Keeping up on body weight. So because I can't go against them on like weight. I can on body weight. And I think if you can do something body weight wise, it's even better because then the kids can do it as well. And I'm all for bringing the example down. And if they see me doing that, then they can think, oh, well, I can do that. It's not even involving weight. Like dips, they can get on and do dips. They can get on and do pull-ups and things like that. So that's goal-wise in here. And then I think I think you said a couple of weeks ago you wanted to keep people 6 weeks from being shred ready, and that's what I want to be. The rest of this year I want to be 6 weeks away from being shred ready at any one time. 4 weeks.
Well, 4 weeks for me.
4 weeks for you. I'm going to give myself 6 because I'm not a professional.
Yes, you are. You're like up there now.
Up there with my dips and my chin-ups. So yeah, I want to be 6 weeks away.
6 weeks away. Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
Very welcome. Thank you.